Welcome in, men, women, and children, as Logan does as his 2 point contribution today to the Illini.
Buckets.
As you can tell, neither of us are in our usual locations. So, once again, this is going to be a quick post game show. Logan is with family, I am with the in laws. So, yeah, this isn't going to be very long, but we figured we should try and hop on here while we can. Illinois does win 91-83. 22-7 now, 13-5 in the Big Ten, and clinched the double bye in the Big Ten tournament. So nothing to worry about there. The 1 seed, the Big Ten regular season championship, technically is still up for grabs, but Purdue's kind of running away with that. So Illinois is seemingly basically locked into the 2 seed unless something catastrophic happens. So that's the good news. This is also, and I didn't realize this until they said it on the broadcast late, 4 straight wins at the Kohl Center for the Illini. The first team to ever do that. That's my big takeaway from the day. Because on our last post game, I talked about how Illinois lost 15 in a row to Wisconsin. Now they've won 6 or 7 at least, and the 4 in a row in Wisconsin is awesome. That's like, I'm ecstatic over that.
Yeah, that's when I heard that earlier in the broadcast, I thought there's no way. Like, surely somebody else has gone in and done that. But yeah, this has been quite a run for Illinois basketball the last few years. And that's not to discredit anything Wisconsin's done, because they've been not at that same tier as Illinois has been, but this has still been a good Wisconsin program the last few years. And this is a tournament team. This is a team that 2 months ago was looking at a 2 seed, 3 seed in the tournament. This is still a good team, a good program. So for Illinois to go in there and win 4 straight games is absolutely fascinating to me. That's just incredible. That just tells you the run that Illinois basketball has been on since Brad Underwood came to Champaign.
It's incredible, man. I know after one of the more recent wins, I tweeted, Illinois has like the most wins in the Big Ten since 2020. They've done this, they've done that. Like, literally the only thing missing from this program the last 6 years, literally, is some NCAA tournament success. Like, they're a top 10, 15 program over that course of those years outside of that. So, yeah, we should be enjoying it. I know a lot of people are saying what they will about Brad and some of the things he does, but this program is just – they're just winning right now, which is awesome to see. Stat wise,
emoji.
What's that?
I said hashtag eye roll emoji.
Yeah, no kidding. Stat wise, Marcus Domask, the return to Wisconsin, less than an hour away from Madison, from Waupun. Did I say that right? Waupun,
I don't know.
Wisconsin.
Waupun.
He had 16 family members in attendance today, and he goes off for 31 and 8. That turnaround fadeaway is like, that's Dirk-esque. I know I tweeted it a couple months ago. Like, that is Dirk Nowitzki from the exact same spot, and it is so pure every time.
It's beautiful. I love to watch it. I love to watch it every time. It's just it's incredible. Just so happy. I'm so happy he came to Champaign.
It's the conversation. It's been the conversation all season. Where was this in Carbondale? Like, was Mullins not coaching him right? Was Mullins holding him back? Or
I mean, he was still a pretty good player.
Is it a combination of him playing like this in the Big Ten is giving him confidence that, okay, maybe I am that dude? Because he wasn't doing this at SIU. I know he averaged 15 or 18.
Like, he wasn't doing this. No, he wasn't doing this, but he was still an All-Valley player for 4 years. Yeah. I mean, he came in there as a freshman and was the All-Valley Freshman of the Year. Like, yes, it came to a different level. And I think and I don't know this, but I think the psychology behind him going in and having the performance he did at Madison Square Garden against a team that just came off a Final Four run, like, that had to do something to your psyche. Like, to have the offseason with Fletch and with the coaches and with his teammates, and then to go in there and do that early in the season, that had to just do something to him mentally, just to be like, I can do this. I can be a true Big Ten power. and like that had to do something for him. I would have to assume.
Yeah, and the stats back this up, but I've never been more confident in an Illinois offense to go down and get a bucket when they need it than I do
Yeah.
right now. And specifically, I would dare to say I'm more confident when the ball is in Marcus's hands right now than Terrence.
Yeah.
And I'm not confident in Terrence with the ball in his hands, but I just think Marcus is 99% of the time going to make the right decision. And if he takes the shot, he's going to make the shot because he's not going to take a shot that he doesn't think he can make.
Yeah, no,
So
I'm with you.
that's a good sign.
I'm with you.
Terrence also a really good day, 23 for him, 6 of 13 from the field, 8 of 9 from the free throw line with 5 rebounds. Those were really the two that carried the load. 54 of the little more than half of the points for the Illini.
Did anybody else
Coleman
get
Hawkins,
double figures?
Yeah, Coleman got 13, and Justin
Okay.
Harmon had a really good game. He had 10.
Yeah. Okay.
Coleman also had 7 boards. Not many assists, only 9 assists today. Marcus led with 3. Team rebounds was even, 32 Wisconsin, 31 for Illinois. It was really another even game. Where Illinois won this was a 3-point line.
Yep.
Illinois was 56%. Wisconsin was 38%. They were 6 of 16. Illinois was 9 of 16, and Illinois also made 7 more free throws than Wisconsin.
Yeah.
It was a pretty evenly played game. Illinois just pulled away there at like the 4-minute mark.
Yeah, I think I'm surprised just looking at the final score because I thought early in this game, coming off the 105-point outcome, I thought this was going to be Illinois is going to slog to get to 80. And they still found a way to put up 91 points. At one point, they were like 4 for 6 from 3, and Wisconsin had like yet to make one or something like that. Like it was, the 3-point shooting was definitely the difference. So this game was, this is one of the more impressive Illinois performances I think I've seen this year. Granted, Wisconsin is not the same Wisconsin team we thought they were 2 months ago, but I think this is the best win they have at this point.
For sure.
Because we talked about it, they have this, I think, their 5th quad 1 win, which is great, but none of them are real marquee victories. Illinois still doesn't have a win over a team that's top 25 in the country currently. So like this is the new marquee win. I think you got one more chance for it, later this week to get another one, but this is a big win for Illinois.
Yeah, I think what was Wisconsin in the net? I just looked this morning and I can't remember. 21 maybe.
I don't know.
And I think they're in the 20s. So yeah, this is definitely one of the top marquee wins for Illinois. I meant to mention this off the top of the show, but I wanted to get into some of the Illinois stuff. I don't know when you turned the game on, but Wisconsin had a really powerful and cool pregame ceremony for Howard Moore, a former player, assistant coach who was in a car accident in 2019 that took his wife and son's life, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Something like that.
Took his wife and kid's life, and he had not been back because it took a toll on him. He had not been back to the game. He was there in a wheelchair. I don't exactly know what his condition is or what they're dealing with because I didn't have the sound on, but I did watch it. And all the Wisconsin players were crying. Illinois fans and players were all clapping for him. It was really cool moment. Really cool moment.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of storylines today with that. AJ Storr, former Illinois commit, Marcus Domask from Washington, not Washington, Wisconsin, right up the road. So just a lot of storylines today. So it was a good college basketball game to watch.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I caught the beginning. I caught the moment for him at the beginning. Yeah, that was emotional. You could just tell it from all around. Deion Thomas, who had coached with him, and there was a lot of connections there. So that was cool to see for sure.
Yep. And then the other thing on my list to talk about was something that you texted me when you didn't think you were going to hop on.
Yes.
But since you're here, can you leave Marcus Domask off of first team All Big Ten at this point?
If I'm a voter, I'm going to have a hard time doing it. Edie and Boo are locks. I think Jahmir Young is probably close to a lock. Then you have both Terrence Shannon and Marcus Domask. I don't know how you keep one of them off. I really, truly don't. Like, I don't know if a second place team can get 2 guys on the first team. If I'm a voter, I don't know who you're leaving off because the season that Marcus Domask has had. Terrence Shannon has had a great season as well. I certainly don't want to discredit him. I think they're both candidates for, it's hard to. This is where it's tricky because I think Terrence Shannon still has All-American possibility. Not first team, maybe not second team, probably third team. I have a hard time putting Marcus Domask in that conversation, but I don't really know what the difference is. But when I'm looking at maybe there's somebody, Tyson Walker, I don't know, maybe there's somebody else that you do, but I have a hard time thinking who you keep off that list between the two of them. I think only one of them probably gets there, but I think they've both earned it at this point. They're both at least at minimum second team. And I think Coleman's in that conversation too for second team, maybe third team, but I just think Marcus Domask had too good of a season to keep him off that first team list, especially after tonight. Today. This was, just another example as to why I said it. He is going to be the most important player on this roster, not named Terrence Shannon Jr. People thought I was crazy. I was not. Not.
You called it.
That's my take.
Frank here in the chat. Does Marcus have another year of eligibility left? This is his 5th year to play 5. But there was some talk that he got hurt one year at SIU. He only played 9 games, so maybe get a medical redshirt. But I believe that is like a major, major, major long shot. I don't think there's any way Marcus.
No, I don't think that's very likely. But I mean, it's certainly a possibility. But I would highly doubt that's the case.
Yep, I think he's making himself some money this year. Not in the NBA, but that dude, he's going to go overseas, and he's going to play somewhere for a long time. I don't have a whole lot else. I'm looking at the box score. I don't see anything that's sticking out. The rotation wasn't very deep today. Justin Harmon played 23 minutes off the bench. Dane Danger played 10 minutes off the bench, and then Goody and Moretti each played 5 themselves. Other than that, it was just the starters. So about 7 deep today, which isn't surprising. Not a whole lot of Steven Crowell impact today. He was in foul trouble early. Foul trouble the whole game. So that was a big help for the Illini. Michael asking a good question here. Was the defense good enough? I thought the team was tight. I thought the defense was better. I don't think Wisconsin is not an offensive juggernaut. They're a typical Wisconsin team, so they're not too tough to defend. But I do think the defense was better. We saw some better things as far as ball screens go, and the drop coverage looked a little more clean and tight. Still not top 50 defense by any means, but I do think it looked better than the previous 2 games.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going to hop off. Can you finish this?
Yeah, well, I was going to show the last comment here. I was going to make sure that
I didn't even think you would still be on it. Great. Hi,
Mom. Well, no, that was earlier in the show.
Okay,
but yeah, Logan's going to hop off. That's really it. So I'll finish the show here. But
awesome. ILL.
Yeah, ILL. We'll see you later.
See you guys.
Yeah, so that's about it. I don't have a whole lot else. How do I do this? There we go. Illinois wins 91-83. Marcus Domask leads the way, 31 points, 23 from Terrence Shannon. Sole possession of second, which is the big thing. So Illinois should get that second seed in the Big Ten tournament. Next up is Tuesday night at home against Purdue. Biggest game of the year so far. If Michigan State can pull something off this weekend against Purdue, I think it is, and then that game on Tuesday would be for a tie in the Big Ten. So Tuesday night, I believe it's 7:00. I don't have it in front of me. So I think it's 7 Central, but it is on Peacock. For those of you that aren't aware, it is a Peacock game. So it'll only be streaming in Champaign on Tuesday night. All right, I think that's all from us. For Logan, who's back with his family. Congrats to his family. By the way, for Logan, I'm Craig. Give us a follow on all our social media channels. I know I didn't say it earlier, but follow us on social media. And we will see you Tuesday night for Illinois and Purdue, biggest game of the year.